Hi, it's David Burnett here with Red Show Media again, bringing you another tutorial. Today what I'm going to do is show you how to use Blender, which is a 3D program, in cooperation with Illustrator. So what we'll be doing is taking an Illustrator file and importing it into Blender. You might ask, why do you want to do that? A lot of people are already familiarized with Illustrator and like to do their Bezier and that type of design work in Illustrator because they're just familiar with it, and they can move around much easier and design the outline much easier. Anyway, let's get started. You're going to need to go to blender.org and download the program. Let's take a look at that. So here at blender.org, you'll click on the download button here. And by the way, this is a free program. More than likely, you're here because you saw this video on YouTube. So you already pretty much know about Blender, but this video is actually based off of Blender 2.61, and I'm going to be using Illustrator CS4. After you've downloaded Blender, go ahead and open up Adobe Illustrator, and I've already have something prepared here for you. Within Illustrator, you're going to design whatever it is that you would like, your logo, whatever you want to do as a vector graphic. And then after you do that, you can choose to fill it or not fill it. I've actually read two different opinions, one being that with the SVG files you are not, it doesn't work. I haven't found that to be true with CS4. I do have fill on mine, as you see. If you want, you can just do the outline. And if you're familiar with Illustrator, the outline would be right here. So you would colorize the outline only, and then the fill you would leave. Hang on, let me give you an example of that. We'll come over here and get a swatch. Okay, so it would end up looking like this with just an outline. I don't do that. I use the whole piece. So I'm going to Control Z back out of that. And what we're going to do is we are going to export this, and I'm going to save it to the desktop. And we're going to save it as a SVG file. Let's see. I'm sorry, let's get out of here. I think it's save as, it's not actually export. Save as. Right here. The SVG is what you're going to save it as, okay? So I named mine New Logo, and I will save it on the desktop. Logo, okay. And I leave all of the properties alone just as is, so take a look at what I've done here. You can pause the video if you'd like. And there we go. We're done with this part, and we're going to close out Illustrator. And as you can see on the desktop here, I have a new file, and it looks like it's not being recognized, but Blender will recognize it. So let's open up Blender now. And here we are in Blender. I'm going to go ahead and delete. I'm hitting delete on the keyboard here, and we're deleting that piece out. And now we're going to go get our .svg file called New Logo, and we will import that. And right here is the scalable vector graphics.svg selection under import. And let's see, I got to maneuver to my desktop, and here it is. We are going to click on that and then click on Import SVG, and using the scroll button on my mouse I can scroll up to it. Using the Shift and scroll I can make it move up, and here you can see the logo is in Blender now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to extrude this. This part of the video is everything. This is why I created this video. I had such a hard time in 2.61 in learning how to do this, and it really was actually very simple. What messed me up is all the other videos out there were telling how to do this wrong. They were having me go to the object mode here and go into the edit mode. Hang on, let me select something. Excuse me. Edit mode right here, okay? And then when I would do that, it would turn green, okay? If you look at it right here, you can see it. There's like a green line around it, right? That is not what you want to do. If I hit tab, I can go, it'll switch back from edit mode to object mode. So see that right there? I hit tab and it changes. Oops. Tab. Okay. So it changes. Anyway, you're going to stay in object mode. Okay. Let me move this over here closer to where you can see what I'm doing. We're going to stay in object mode right here. And what we do is select with the right mouse click onto the piece we're going to affect. Then we're going to go up here to the right, and on the object modifier, we're going to add a modifier. Click down once, and you get this modifier drop-down list. And we are going to go to solidify. Okay? So after we hit solidify, now we can hit the thickness of the shell right here. Okay, we can go up or down. In this case, we're going to go up, or you could just click in there and type in, let's say 1.5. Okay, and as you can see, we are extruded very, very deep now. Okay, so that's a little bit much. So what I could do is come back in here, and I'm going to put it at hang on. I'm going to put it at 500. Actually, let me, having technical difficulties here. I went too far the other way. Okay, so I got it straightened out at 2,609, and as you can see, I have extruded this piece here. So now you go through and do each one exactly the same way. Right mouse click on it, go to the add modifier up here, and then go to solidify, and then add the thickness you want. The other way to do this is click left mouse click down and then drag to the right, and just remember the numbers that are input. So 6212 is what that's at. So now I can do the next one. Add modifier, solidify, and then I would type in 6212, so it's the same height. Okay, and if I push down on the center scroll button, I can move around this and look. See, that's a little bit too much. I didn't copy that correctly, so I'll right mouse click on the S, and it's 0.0612. I'll click on the H here, and I'm missing a 0 there just before the 6. That's why it's acting crazy. And now, as you can see, it's correct now. So anyway, that's how you do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial in how I figured out how to get Illustrator working with this. If you'd like, please if you want to thank me for this video, go to my website, redshowmedia.com, and please leave a comment, or even better, retweet my tutorial or post it on your Facebook. Alright, you guys, take care. Good luck in 2012, and vote Ron Paul. Ron Paul all the way. Later.